EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and our home team. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. The second-year man, Cam Little, has the honors. Should be a fun one. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll come across 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Break.
Right to the air is Richardson. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From 23, here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Quinshon Judkins. And this is going to be an Eagles first down. We'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Richardson. To the outside, he's got Smith. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
In motion goes Dobbs. On the give, it's Judkins. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Nothing, not 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Romeo, 8.
Richardson operating from the pistol. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. James Pierce. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Out of shotgun, Richardson. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And He's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
They'll go. Richardson. That's taken in. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Give them 19 yards as they get the fourth down conversion.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7.
Mike, let's go now.
They run it once more with Judkins. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Pitts is the man in motion. Second down throw for Richardson. He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. And it brings us third down.
Ready.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Perfect. 60 by 6. Ready.
Up the middle goes Judkins here. And the Eagles are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this down to about the 3.
I think if that rush would have failed, Mike, I think they would have had an interesting decision to make come 4th down, but that's all out the window now. Nice pickup, sets up 1st and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Judkins will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Let's go.
A first down throw for Fields. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Devin Bush in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Hey, Monday. Angel. Hey, can. West right, sit. Right.
Fields now on 2nd down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
319, Chip slant. Alpha. Yep. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. This one intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Here we go, son. Hey, can. EQ.
Fields now to throw on 1st down. Now he'll air one out. That's caught. And he'll take it on in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Austin. Touchdown number 9 for the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Good coverage by the kicking team. Out of bounds, shy of the 20. drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I continue in just a moment. It is 2nd and 6.
Come on, come on. Hey. Viking 18. Warrior 17. Ready.
Throwing is Richardson. Flush to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Big time play for Philly. 33 yards. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. 19. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Looking right side. He's got a receiver. It's Smith. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard
Here we
line.
go. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Hawk 70. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Misconnect trying to get it to Quinshawn Judkins out of the backfield. 3rd down coming up.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. And that last possession results in the pick. We'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way. And
oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
the defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down.
60 down. Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos.
Now Richardson. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. It was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
On first and 10, Fields. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And he will go all the way. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Austin. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He'll start at the 2. He'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10.
Cut my team. Ready? 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 19 Lions.
Now Richardson taking a shot downfield for Smith. He's got it! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 79 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35.
Let's go. Here we go. Turn on, front. I got it. Easy. Right.
First down. Fields. He'll take a shot for Watson. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flatter. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So if this was an NBA game, we call that a heat check. He wasn't even open, but you know what? With the success that they've had all game so far, he's just saying, you know what? Everything we do is coming up right. I'm just going to give my guy a shot. And this time the defense had him covered, but expect him to continue to look his way. He's had a monster day.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, son. 19-6. Hey, Ken. Hey, 551. Set.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, second and 10.
Alpha. 319, good tonight. Chip clear. Hey, Ken. Sit high.
Back to throw is Fields. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Bolden. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Makes
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4.
No mas, no mas. Hey, Ken. Up. Test, much right. Right.
To throw is Fields. Man, it's Thomas. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
Don't jump, ready? 222. Hey, Ken. Out, let's go. Right.
Fields now. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain of 16 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Hey, Ken.
Bumps up the helmet. Here we go.
To throw is Fields. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
551, 12 go. Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. Extend. Right.
Now Fields. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Austin.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's taken in by Franklin. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the first.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he is upended. Boy, awkward-looking tackle. They take him down behind the line on that one.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Past the 50. Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Cougar 19. Go.
Here's Judkins now as we begin the 4th quarter. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
7 Pirates. Ready.
Richardson. That's out wide to Judkins. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
That's another Eagles first down. A gain of 9 yards. And an Eagles
From the gun, Richardson. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Covering very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Like, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Cowboy 80. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Here's Richardson on the run to the right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
the 13-yard line.
Throwing, Richardson. To the outside, he's got Smith. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk Cowboy 80.
They run straight ahead with Judkins. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
We'll try and run for the 1st with Judkins. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Loss on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down. What a hit.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. It brings up 4th down.
Let's go. Hawk 70. 70, Hawk 70. Go.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in, and he's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 4th TD grab of the season. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow.
His kick is good. That ties the game at 21 apiece. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Off the play action, here's Fields. That's hard. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. It's a touchdown. Little on now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And his guys go up by 7. 28-21.
Team 48. Visitors 21. Cam Little to kick off.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Nice, ready. Viking 18. Maverick. Warrior 70.
They'll send a man in motion left. They'll drop to throw. He'll find Smith working across the field. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos.
On play action, Richardson moving left, taking a shot downfield for Smith. And a good return here. He is out of bounds up past the 30.
Mike, doesn't it just seem like year in and year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, there's these late-round players that kind of burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and there's a reason this guy fell in the draft. But I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. So the Eagles will use their 1st time out here, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Here's a give to Gibbs on the zone read. And And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
19 wins. Up. Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. Hey, 551. West side's in.
Fields from the gun on third down. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And he's going to set his guys up well. Nice return. The offense is going to have just past the 40-yard line.
It's just the last thing you can afford to do, especially in this situation. Like, there's just no need to force the ball. You're playing with a lead. It's late in the game, and I know he's got a lot of confidence in his arm, and he thinks he can get away with it, but that decision, it proves to be costly.
Drop 60.
In motion goes Dobbs. Richardson to throw it here on first down. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Out of bounds at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
It is second and a yard.
Here we go. Set. 60 Bison. 10 for 11. Cup 19.
In motion goes Dobbs.
Ready.
Throwing on second down. Richardson exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Gotta be lying. Come on. Hit. Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Here's Richardson. Headed left, buying time. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Bronco 80.
In motion goes Dobbs. Second down throw for Richardson. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Warriors, Cougar 19. Go.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. This guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Ready, set.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
Jeanette, Buffalo 18, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates. 19 Lions.
man in motion, heading left.
Check go.
They'll go. Richardson. And that is incomplete. They had their chance and took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go, son. Hey, 10. No much. Hey, 10. Hey, 10. Extend. Hey, never mind, Monday. What's right? Tonight.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Moving to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.